What happened there?
I'm in Tennessee. My kids started talking to me. The music died.
That's all right.
As good as mine, man.
Whoa. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is Sunday evening, Sunday, January 7th, 2024. Welcome to what, in my opinion, is the actual first week of the new year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot in store for you tonight, and we have a lot in store for you this week. And we have a lot in store for you this month. And we have a lot in store for you this year. Man, it's going to be a busy year. And I cannot wait to get into it all. Tonight is the 112th episode. Here we go, and I've got some jokesters lined up there. They're not the only ones we're going to be talking about this evening. We're going to be talking about a lot of different individuals in a lot of different places. We're going to be talking about Muncie. We're going to be talking about Delaware County. We're going to be talking about the Indiana General Assembly, and we're going to be talking about the 2024 election. But before that, we're going to be talking about the weather with the Political Spotlight's weatherman, not a bot, Clinton Hummel. Clinton, over to you. What's the deal with the weather? Yeah, I just had the thumbnail up for a second there, Catherine. The weather sucks, huh? We've lived in an area where, thank God for global climate change, we've not had to deal with snow in like the last 3 years, and it snows 4 inches, and everybody loses their mind. Alva says the high temperature in Louisiana tomorrow is expected to be 67 degrees with 2 to 4 inches of rain. So that's special. We have ice tomorrow night, Catherine says, in Madison County. Clinton says, I say 2012 was probably our last actual winter. Clinton Hummel, let me tell you something. You are 1,000% correct. And I will tell you, it was the week after New Year's. And in 2012, all right? No, excuse me. You're right. It was 2013. It was January of 2013. So it was the winter of 2012 into the new year. So it was the week after New Year 2013. We're just a week into the new year. We had an amazing amount of snow. I was at 318 South Meridian Street in Winchester, Indiana, and my next door neighbors were the Chinese folks that owned the Chinese restaurant, not the big Chinese restaurant in town, not down on the square in Winchester, but the one out by the Walmart. And the snowfall that we got during that storm was like about 8 to 9 inches with gusting winds, and ice came in first, and then we got snow. But prior to the snow, we had like a little bit of ice, and then it started out in the first 3 inches of snow. The husband, the Chinese guy that lived next to me, got stuck in the Methodist Church parking lot, which is now the VOA parking lot. He got stuck, and he couldn't go forward and he couldn't go backwards. And I walked out there in my shorts and I said, "Let me help you, sir." And I helped him, and we laughed about it. And they said that was the first time that they had seen like heavy snow in a while, and he didn't know how to drive in it exactly. And so we were kind of laughing and joking. And from that point forward, I got 10% off every time my family ate at the Chinese restaurant. 10% off every time, until, let me tell you this, and this is what's really strange. One night, all right, so that Chinese family was a husband and a wife and their 3 children and the husband's brother and the mother's father and mother. Okay, so we get the layout of the house. It was husband and wife and husband's brother and the husband and wife's 3 children and the wife's parents. And they all lived in the same house. It was a duplex. And it was Clinton, it was the Walmart, it was the shop, the one by Taco Bell and the one by Verizon Wireless, the strip mall restaurant, Chinese restaurant. And in the middle of the night, I witnessed these Chinese people, husband, wife, brother, 3 kids, and the mother and father of the woman load up in the car with less than carry-on bags. And I was like, "Oh, hello, are you going somewhere?" And they're like, "Yes, we're taking a vacation." And they left in a gray van. And a week later, that gray van pulled up in front of the house, and out popped a Chinese man, a Chinese woman, 3 children, a guy, the brother to the guy, and parents to the woman, but they were not the people that left. It was not the same dad. It was not the same mom. It was not the same kids. It was not the same brother, and it was not the same parents. And I swear to you on everything, I am telling you the God's honest truth. I could call, no. Listen to me, Joey. The people who live there said, "We're going on vacation." They got in their gray van. They drove away.
No. You don't understand. He means visitors.
Visitors. That very well could be. When the gray van came back, the same style of family popped out. And I was like, "Hello? Hello?" And it was like they never knew me. They did not know me. They went inside. They all had little carry-ons, and they lived there now. And then they worked. They went to the restaurant and they worked. My ex-wife and I and the kids, we were like, what is going on here? What's happening? Very Mandela effect. It was very Mandela effect. And I'll tell you, I would call my ex on the phone right now, and she would absolutely verify that is a honest to God story. The crazy thing is, when we went into the restaurant, we no longer got the 10%. Okay. And so like it was just all not them. The whole thing was not them. It was just a very, very, very strange story. Then that spring, we had too much in our garden, and we tried to give them tomatoes and plants that we had, and they kept telling us, no, we do not want. And finally, I had my stepdaughter take the bag and just leave it on their porch. And then they like wanted to bring over and give us money. And I was like, no money. We don't need. All of a sudden I had an accent. I couldn't speak English, obviously, as you could just tell there. No money. And then because of that, those people, I think, started charging us more when we would go into the restaurant. But the food changed. And all of that happened in 2012, 2013. And from that point, we never had winter again. So I don't know if it's coincidence. I don't know, did the one Chinese take away the winter and bring back a new family that doesn't give us winter? Now, to my knowledge, I will tell you that change up with the family happened one more time. It happened one more time, and then they moved out of the house. And when they moved out of the house, they moved out in a complete hurry. They did not take anything. And we were actually able to go into the house where they lived. Correlation doesn't equal causation. But when we went into the house, I was absolutely amazed at the way that they were living. It was wild. But that's one of the weirdest stories. Like when sometimes I go on Reddit and I watch those like glitch in the matrix things, and I always read about those things, and I'm like, man, this is really weird. Like, wouldn't it be weird to have something like that occur? And then every time I think about that, I think, wait a minute, I did have something like that occur. I watched a Chinese family leave, and I watched them come back, and they were not the same people. Like, I mean, wasn't even remotely the same. And Lord have mercy, these people did not know how to cook orange chicken. From that point, it was downhill, and we started going to the Great Wall. So it was the real owners moved in, a replacement family. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like it was really, really. Do I ever get the feeling the Chinese? I feel like I hear them right now. I can actually hear them talking to me. You guys hear that? Oh, okay. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Hey, it's Sunday, which means tomorrow is going to be one of the most bizarre Muncie City Council meetings in life. I feel like the Muncie City Council meetings that occur at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of a term, is always bizarre. I do want to let you guys know exhaustive and work on my part.
I think you froze up there.
Doing a lot of hard work. Oops, hold on. I thought we were locked down there. After a lot of hard work on my end. Okay, yeah, we were freaked out there for a second. Sorry about that. after a lot of hard work on my end and a lot of exhaustive work on my end, I finally said, "Hey, Kate, I need something done. Can you help me with this?" And she was like, "Yes." And I stopped worrying about it and didn't do anything else. And within a couple of hours, she had it all done. And so we have finally figured out, very similar to how the current United States Congress, the Congress that we are currently seated in this Congress, is the 118th Congress of the United States of America. Okay. We are currently going to be watching tomorrow the 49th sitting of the City Council of the City of Muncie. So the council for the last 4 years, the Polk/Robinson Council, because it was the President Polk for the first year and President Robinson for the next 3 years. That was the 48th council during that 4-year period. The Doug Marshall Council, the one that was from 2016 to 2019, was the 47th council. So tomorrow will be the start of the 49th council, very much like the City of Muncie. And I have to say, for everybody out there enjoying the City of Muncie, for everybody out there that says the word the Danatics, I want you to know that you have this program and yours truly to thank for that. Now, I cannot take credit for the City of Muncie. The City of Muncie was actually a word that was a misspelling of Muncie that Dan's HR director in the first run of HR directors, Nancy Lindell, the wife of your radio buddy, WLBC, Steve Lindell. If only she could have spelled as well as he could voice, maybe it would have been all right. But she consistently spelled Muncie wrong. I don't understand it. She seriously spelled Muncie wrong on 3 or 4 occasions. Muncie. It's not that hard. Well, she spelled it Munice. And when she was spelling it that way, we would make fun of them, and we would constantly say the city of. Sometimes people would say Munice, some people would say Muncie, and so we use that a lot on the show, and some geniuses out there decided to create a whole big thing out of it. So, sorry there, folks. JD, pedal faster. Okay, sorry. JD's going to start pedaling faster, folks. I apologize. So, yeah, we are obviously very humble here, but along with the Danatics and the City of Muncie, I now want to start this new thing where we call the council by its correct number, so we can utilize that when we're talking. Like, we compare the 49th council versus the 40th council, and it's really a good thing. It can help in a lot of ways. I have it here. I figured it out somewhere on one of these things. Where's it at? Oh, no, I did away with it. Anyways, so yeah, that's a that's a very good thing to know now, and we will now know that the city of Muncie City Council is now in its right here's the total list, the years. So, for example, if you wanted to know what the council was when President Kennedy was killed. That was the 33rd. Whoa, conspiracy theory? I don't know. Masonic tie. The city council in Muncie, when JFK was killed, was the 33rd council. Whoa. Obviously, the first council, I mean, for all of you people out there that like to figure out how numbers work and stuff, it was obviously the first council. It was 001, so it is what it is. Yeah, for all of you 007 fans out there, for you James Bond fans, that would have been the council between 1850. No, that's not correct. Hold on. That was the other way we did it, because there wasn't something in 1856. Sorry. There was a period where the government in Muncie went by 2 years. They went by 2-year periods. So it wasn't a 4-year period. So, for example, 1892 to 1895 was the 16th council. 1980 to 1983 was the 38th council. 2000 to 2003 was the 43rd council. 1948 to 51 is the 30th council. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see this 49th council seating. Of course, what's the betting odds that the mayor shows up to the first meeting of the 49th council? I can't wait to see it. So I actually, I cannot find where I actually posted this, but the mayor's secretary actually said on a post over the weekend that she was like so excited for this council. And I'm like, why? It's a Democrat controlled council, and it's a Democrat controlled council in meaning a lot of Democrats that are not big fans of your boss. And I don't understand why you think that this is going to be any more better or more exciting than the 48th council. So it's really strange. But she said, I might even go to this one. And I questioned and said, okay, cool. No one cares. But what about your boss? Will he be there? You're just a secretary, gatekeeper. I want to know, is the elected mayor of Muncie going to be there? Now, we all know he actually is in the building. He's just watching it up on the 3rd floor via closed circuit TV. So he's watching it on YouTube or rather Facebook, or maybe this channel. Maybe he is watching it on YouTube. It will be live streamed tomorrow for those that want to know the city council meeting. I would highly recommend everybody that can attend in person to go. If you cannot attend in person, please, you can watch it on this program here. The political spotlight, it'll be here, and you'll be able to watch it. It is shitty tape, but it shows the front of his head. The Zapruder film. And think of that guy. Like that, if he would have just been anywhere else instead of that stupid street sign being there. I actually stood right on the stoop that Zapruder stood about 2 years ago in December. It was pretty cool. First time I've ever been down to Dallas. It was really cool. I went there by myself. It was a fun time. Okay, so back to the city of Muncie here. I want to pull this up here because I want to see. I have not looked at the agenda until tonight. We're going to actually look at the agenda for tomorrow's meeting, 2024. It's up, agenda 1/8/24. This is going to be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen I've heard that there's been some confusion on who was going to be starting the meeting out. For the record, the 2020 meeting was started out by Bradley Polk, and because he was the one of the most senior members of the remaining council, but he was also the most senior member of the party that was in control of the council. The Republicans had control of the council by numbers, and he was the most senior member of the Republican caucus of the council. So he did that. I have heard some confusion because I've heard that they said that they were going to have Rose Selvey start the meeting out. And while my eyes were closed, Kate left us. Look here. She did tell me ahead of time that she had to leave. They're still down visiting family and doing that thing. So I think Kate will be back tomorrow full time in the Duck. But I'm not 100% sure. So I think that'll be happening. I'll have to contact her afterwards and find out exactly what's going on there. But yeah, so we are now on our own, ladies and gentlemen, and we will try to get through this as smoothly as possible. Okay, now I want to show you this. Yes, enjoy your time away, because when you get back, management is going to have a talk with you, because management didn't know that this was an unplanned and unscheduled vacation. That's not true. First of all, we're all management here. This is like the political spotlight is very much like Texas Roadhouse. We're all managers, but nobody's in charge, and our roles are really good. Why don't you just read the messages? Lenny, let's read them. I normally don't read Kate's messages over there. The only messages I read from Kate are the messages in the private chat, and she didn't leave me any. Have a great night with Kristopher, everyone. I will be back in Indiana tomorrow and back to work for episode 113. Whoosh, man. Thank you, Lenny. Lenny, do you want a job here? That is exactly right, Alva. That is exactly right. Yeah, Clinton, tomorrow's meeting will be anarchy. Yeah, are we taking bets on the council positions tonight? Yeah, I think that we should. I have an opinion that I believe, in my opinion, my heart of hearts, I believe that the council positions are going to be going president, vice president, reading secretary are going to be Dishman, Mason, Gullion. What's your opinion, Troy? What's your opinion? Who do you think's going to do what, Troy? How many fingers is Kate holding up? I can't even see her on screen, but it's like this, probably. I will come back to this information about the bond and all of that stuff here in a minute. Everybody, I will hit that up. I will definitely hit that up. Okay, Troy Ingram is saying Dishman, Shelby, Gullion. Fern Shelby's right back there still. Troy's saying Dishman, Selvey, and Gullion. Okay, so we got two of the same right. Troy and I's only disagreement is the vice president. I think that the vice president is going to be Harold Mason. I've been told that this council is going to go in a little bit differently than the last council did, where the last council initially went in with the idea of working together. I'm not going to say that everybody shared that same thought at all time for the full 4 years, but initially that was kind of the idea. I have heard that the Democrats in control have stated that they are not going to give any leadership positions to any Republicans, meaning none of the sitting committees will be the standing committees, standing, laying down committees. None of the committees will be Republican. I've heard that they are all going to be Democrat, and at least the chairs. And so I guess time will tell. Again, I think that let's see here. D.W. Williams says Selvey will be the president. There's no way. Selvey president, Powell vice president, and Dishman secretary. There's no way in the world that they're going to let a Republican be the president, specifically after we've seen Rose just massive move to start sucking up to the administration in the last couple meetings. I think what we're going to see is and that's a very good point. They want a train wreck. That is very good. Clinton says fair is not a word I throw around, but definitely never used in a conversation about bond. Yes, sir. Yeah, and we will. I promise. We will come back, everybody, to that bond issue because I've got some thoughts on that. So, anywho, getting back to the city council, I think it's going to be Dishman president, Harold Mason VP. It very well could be Powell VP. And Gullion is going to be the reading secretary. I also believe that we're going to see the council attorney change. I was hoping that it would remain Brandon Murphy. I believe that we're going to see Dan Gibson be tapped back to be the council attorney. Keep in mind, he is the attorney that Sarah Gullion works for. Sarah Gullion, in her day job, is a paralegal for Dan Gibson. So while Dan Gibson said that he did not want to come back and be a the council attorney, I think that was with Aaron Clark there. Aaron Clark will not be there. We will talk about Aaron Clark here in a second. So that's that. I do want to share this. I'm going to put this up here on the board and let everyone see this. Tomorrow's meeting, January 8th, regular meeting, 7 p.m., first floor of Muncie City Hall Auditorium, Pledge of Allegiance, invocation, citizens recognition, roll call, 2024 reorganization, appointments to boards and commissions, approval of the minutes, committee reports, ordinances previously introduced, new ordinances, I'm almost positive that they have to have some kind of amendment, because I'm pretty sure that there's something somewhere here. Tabled resolutions authorizing tabled. Oh God. Okay, so the resolution 1723 is there. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this, because this will be the council's first meeting, and I don't think that they will want to start out of the gate doing anything really hot and crazy. So I think that we will continue to see this tabled tomorrow. Resolution 1823, Common Council of the City of Muncie, Indiana, preliminary economic revitalization area, real estate tax abatement. And this is the thing that Rose Selvey wanted to contact these people and have them there. Then in other business, ladies and gentlemen, this is when I plan to stand and speak to the council, the 49th council, for the first time as a seated body. I'm going to let them know that I have not received emails back from any of them as of yet. I will be emailing them. I've got 2 others to email. I have emailed everyone but 2. And I will be emailing those other 2 as soon as this show goes off. So I have yet to hear anything back. I don't particularly think that's anything crazy, but what I want them to know is that I am emailing them and that I expect an answer, and that I want to hear I want to hear the what emails these counselors plan to use, and what social media accounts these counselors plan to use in their official capacity. They can make that announcement vocal on the record, or they can email it back to me one-on-one. I'm fine either way, but I want to open a dialogue. I'll be honest. Before the 2020 council meeting, I had an open dialogue with a lot of the council members. I do have a dialogue with a few of the new council members, but a few of the other ones have been very below the radar. Nobody's had much to do or say with any of these people. So I don't know. It'll be very, very interesting. Troy says, if the Democrats do that, it will be a clear representation of what the administration can expect. I also feel it will not help the party with public perception. I would hope that does not happen. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I want to know or believe that these people are going to go in and continue the same policies that your council did. There's a lot to learn from the 48th council, from the Polk Robinson Council, where, of course, Councilor Ingram was a member of. You guys, in my opinion, put citizens first. At least the majority of the council did. The council as a body put citizens first. Citizens' concerns were always important to you all. Responding back to citizens were important. Making sure that people were aware of what was going on, when, why, and how was important to you guys. And I hope that the city I hope that the city council will continue to build upon what Council 48 has done. Stumblefoot, yeah, I mean, that sucks. I hate to hear that. That's been an issue that I've heard from several people. As always, the council meetings will live stream here, so you're more than welcome to watch here and to comment here. I know the problem with that, and I do understand that commenting here doesn't necessarily mean that the city will see it, or doesn't mean that you will get an answer from an official. However, I can promise you that anybody that comments here, if there is a question that is commented that is a question to the administration, and I see it on my site here in the comments, I will make sure that that question is at least asked of the administration. So what you miss out on commenting here versus on the Facebook page is, I believe they watch it, but they're never going to answer you on my site. However, I will take your question and I will make sure that it is asked. And now, whether they answer that or not is another thing. They don't always answer things when people ask them on their site, but I will at least make sure that that is there. And I have done that in the past so far. So that's what's going on there. It'll be interesting to see. Also, in other news coming out of the city of Muncie, before we move on to the Indiana General Assembly, is I want to show you guys some interesting things that have popped up in the last few days here on the city's page. Very, very, very interesting. We're gonna click over to here so you guys can see this. Use all used to have I don't know how long, Karen. I know, for example, the city governments all started coming into the ones that utilize it have all started utilizing it basically in the 2014, 15, 16 time frame. Hello there, Danny. And Danny, I've been looking into that person that you sent me. I have no idea who that is. That's very peculiar, but I'm going to keep looking. So I will keep you posted. Okay. Here on the City of Muncie's things, on their post, we see a bunch of people being sworn in. They said, with the beginning of a new year comes the swearing in of lots of Muncie's volunteer boards and commission members, along with the department heads. Carissa Aguiar and Della Bell for Muncie Police Merit Commission, Joe Boyce for Alcohol and Tobacco Commission, Matt Wegley, Muncie Revolving Loan Fund, Alan Wisely, Board of Zoning Appeals. So you hear a lot of the same people are, utilized over and over and over for, a lot of the same various different positions. There's Squidward. Here's Alan. Hey, look, here's Preston Cross saying hi. So there's that. Okay, that's just a pretty standard grouping of people. Okay. More swearing in. Thank you to those willing to serve. Myrna Robertson, Muncie Housing Authority, Stephen Brand, Muncie Sanitary District, Nate Carroll, Metropolitan Planning Commission, Kristopher Smith, Metropolitan Planning Commission, and Matt Pfeiffer, Muncie Housing Authority. All right, here are these folks. Okay, here's this. Okay, here's Stephen Brand. Wow, he shaved his beard and he's like all kind of clean and spiffy, almost like he's gearing up to run or something. I don't know. Time will tell. Here's this guy. Here's Matt Pfeiffer. He gets around. He's like everywhere. He's been sworn in like 30 different places this week. Every picture this kid has, he's being sworn in or sworn at. So So here's all of this. Here's all of these people. Okay, so we're done. We're done here. Now we're moving on to another set of pictures. Here's an addition to boards and commissions with the start of a new term for mayor. The mayor's department heads have been sworn in as well. Richard Ivy, deputy mayor, Craig Wright, controller, Nate Sloan, police chief, Steve Selvey, building commissioner, Gretchen Cheeseman, community development director, Katie Wolf, animal shelter director, Carl Malone, park superintendent, Adam Leach, city engineer, Dustin Clark, Prairie Creek superintendent, Shireen Wegley, mayor's executive assistant, mayor's executive ass. This is the absolute best post ever. Shireen Wegley, mayor's executive ass. Sometimes it's just perfect how it comes to you. Richard Ivy, Mr. Clean, Craig Wright, Nate Sloan. He's obviously the HR director. Steve Selvey looks like he's getting ready to slap Dan. Steve Selvey's girlfriend, Gretchen Cheeseman, Katie Wolf, Carl Malone. I think he's a little overdressed for the part. Adam, what's his name? Adam Levine. What's this guy's name? Dustin Clark. Shireen Wegley. Here's Micah Wilson. She's being sworn in her capacity as HR director. And then we're going to see another picture of her here in a minute where she's being sworn in as the public access counselor. So there's that. Okay, we've got through all of those pictures. Now we're going to see another round of pictures. Whoa, who's this? What's this? A slow day of swearing in. Micah Wilson. Oh, not for public access counselor. She's being sworn in for the Muncie Visitors and Tourism Board. And Aaron Clark for the Muncie Sanitary District Board. Well, looky here. Look here. So Aaron Clark found himself a paid position on the Muncie Sanitary District Board. It does pay. Look at what we've got here. Yes, DW Williams, it is. That is Ed's son. Yes. Yeah, I'm always like that. It's that time of year. I'll be like this basically until April. So yeah, what do we got going on here? He's like, wait a minute. I haven't been able to help my cousin enough. I need to get on some board so I can still help my cousin. So now we're going to have to watch very closely the Sanitary District Board to see what kind of bullshit that they're giving GM Development, Greg Martz. Clinton. Here's the public access counselor. I mean, the Muncie Tourism Board. Why are they recycling people so much? She doesn't need to be on 3 different things in the office. Shireen Wegley doesn't need to be on 3 different things. Look at this fake scenery that they have put in up here so it looks nice. They need to do away with that. I don't like that. I just cannot believe that Aaron Clark sneaky snaked his way in there. Old sneaky snake. I cannot believe that. So that's interesting. Oh, look here. Ross Gates says, oh, yay. Nepotism can continue now. Let's see here. Aaron Clark. Yes. Yes, Aaron Clark. Whatever those stupid hands are. Oh, God. I just looking at his face makes me angry. Can't deal with it. So that's what's going on in Muncie, and I think that's very interesting. I think that is very interesting. So the Muncie City Council meeting is tomorrow. I showed you the agenda. I'll be there. We'll be live streamed right here tomorrow at 7 p.m. It will be live, and you guys will be able to watch it. That is Monday the 8th. Now, after yes, Clinton. Best case scenario, I want Ron Swanson's version of government. We try. I know. Like, I'm really confused, Charlene. I figured that you would be picked for at least 2 or 3 of those boards. I'm really shocked that did not happen. All right, so Tuesday is a big day. Catherine's telling us that Tuesday night, the 9th, is the Madison County Council meeting at 6 p.m. Bring Audie. Fireworks are going to occur. I will do everything that I possibly can, and I don't know if Audie's watching, but if he is, we need to go there, Audie. And if you're not watching, I'll tell him, and we need to go. I think that would be an interesting thing. Before the 6 p.m. council meeting, though, I do want to bring this to your attention. There will be a tax abatement committee. The Delaware County Council Tax Abatement Committee will meet at 10 a.m. on January 9th, 2024 at the Innovation Connector at 1208 West White River Boulevard, Muncie, Indiana. The committee will consider questions relating to the tax abatement approved for the Meadow Forge and Hawthorne Solar Energy projects. This meeting is called to conduct the business of the Tax Abatement Committee in public and is not considered a public forum. Material regarding the stated purpose of the meeting may be submitted in advance to the committee for its consideration in written or electronic form through the office of the Delaware County Auditor, 100 West Main Street, Muncie, Indiana, or to W. Hughes at co.delaware.in.us. So I want to make sure that everyone is aware that this meeting will be going on Tuesday morning. And I will be there, and we will be covering this for you guys. It is a big thing. So that's going to be interesting, and we'll see what goes on there. But that's with the Delaware County government. Also in Delaware County government, I want to remind folks that Wednesday the 10th for Delaware County, for Madison County, for Randolph County, for Henry County, for all 92 counties in the state of Indiana, the filing period opens. The filing period opens on Wednesday the 10th. Whoops. Hold on here a second. Let me. Whoops. Or close on Hold on here. Sure when that is. Okay, right there it is. Okay, now we can put this up on the screen and we'll have this so people can see it. The 2024 election filing period opens Wednesday, January 10th, 2024, and it will close at 12 p.m. noon on Friday, February 9th, 2024. I am hearing, ladies and gentlemen, that there are going to be some interesting I'm hearing that there are going to be some interesting filings that occur on the very first day of filing. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I am here for it. And we will be bringing all of those to you. I will obviously be checking in with the clerk's office in various communities. And what my policy is, I generally will contact the clerk's office at the end of the first day, and then I contact them on Wednesday and on Friday of every week. So for the next month, I will contact them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the end of the day to find out if there are any filings that we need to know about. So like when the period opens on Wednesday, at the end of the day on Wednesday, I can tell you who's filed. And then on Friday, I'll call and check. And then on Sunday, I will tell you who's filed Friday. And then Monday, I check at the end of the day. And so that's how that is. So I will keep you guys posted with that. And if you know anyone that's interested in running, there are several things that are open to run for. You can run for delegate. You can run for precinct committee person. Those are two very important positions that people don't think about. Delegate, for those that don't understand, this year we will be voting for governor. We will be voting for attorney general and other state offices. We do not vote for them in the May primary. The citizens do not vote. In the primary, we will vote for delegates. We send those delegates down to Indianapolis like the first or second weekend in June, and they go and they will vote, the delegates vote, for who will be the Republican nominee going forward in the general election for governor, for attorney general, for auditor, for treasurer, for various positions like that. So when you go to the ballot in May and you're going down and you're voting for things and you say, wait a minute, I thought governor was on here. We don't vote for the governor. We don't vote between all the governor candidates in May. We only vote for governor in November. That's why voting for good delegates, people that you know are like-minded to your way of thinking, is very important. People oftentimes skip over all of that stuff, and it's very, very, very important. So please, please understand that that's very important. So, you know, I just want everyone to be aware. So, let's see here. Okay. And then I just want to make sure that everyone is aware of that. So keep that in mind. And let me get this off here. Also, you can register to vote. Registration is currently open. You can register at www.indianavoters.com. That's www.indianavoters.com. You can get registered. You can register. You'll be able to register from now until April. I'll get the calendar. I don't know the exact date yet, but you'll be able to register, and you've got some time. So don't delay. You should do it soon. I'm let's see here. Can you run for overseas correspondent? You're already an overseas correspondent. And also on Wednesday, January 10th, 2024, all across the world, it will be Alva's birthday. So everyone eat a gummy for him. Hey, wait. Alva's birthday is Wednesday, January 10th. Well, I'm glad you're telling me that. That's good to know, Alva. Let's see here. Yes, Karen, I agree with that. Let's see here. 10 a.m. Yeah, Clinton, it's a joke. I'm going back and getting some of these. Troy Ingram says that he has some time on his hands. He'd gladly serve on a board. I know. What in the world? You know? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. Okay, K-Mama says your birthday is 6 months before mine. I love it. Tossing my hat in the ring for county laughingstock, running unopposed. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Audie says that Aaron told him he wouldn't be on a board. Clinton says my birthday's the 12th and he's down with a gummy. And that's no lie. Tomorrow's Elvis's birthday. That's cool. Tomorrow is the 8th. Yeah. Interesting. Aaron is a clown. Audie, I don't know if you just got here. But Dr. K said that Tuesday night is the Madison County Council at 6 p.m. And she said that they're expecting some fireworks. We ought to go over there and see what they've got going on. She specifically called you and I out. So we'll have to check that out. Yeah, right here. See? So you can see there, Audie. Oh, this episode is brought to you by not water this time. Sorry there. I've got water, but I just had a Gatorade too. So it is what it is. I've been in a Gatorade mood here lately. Been on a Gatorade kick. Gatorade Bender. I follow a horse called Elvis on Instagram. I think I'm starting to lose my my marbles. Are you kidding? No. Everything that you sent me, Catherine, it wouldn't let me click on it and see. Can I find that on, if I just go to Madison County, let me do that right now. I still need to talk about the General Assembly. Give me 1 second. We're going to talk about the General Assembly here in a second. And I have to let you guys know of an important show coming up. I have a show scheduled on January 15th that is going to be a biggin. So stand by. I will let you guys in on a secret and let you guys know what we've got coming down the pipe there for you. Let me see. What am I looking up? Madison County government. Ow. Okay. Madison County, Indiana government. It's loading. County Council. I'm going to try to open this again here, Catherine. We'll see. Are you joking? Do they really have a 68-page council packet? What is this? Oh, I see. I was like, wait a minute. Is this a government page? Because it's got like an election. Oh my God. It truly is 68 pages. Hello there, Karen O. And thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for the 5 gifted memberships. Just FYI, the 5 memberships, when someone gifts memberships, they don't get a pick who they go to. They just drop out to YouTube's disperses them. So it goes to random people, and it will give you a membership for a month, and then you have to decide if you want to keep it or not. But thank you very much for that, Karen O. Karen with the big gift there. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, here is this craziness. Let's open this up and take a look at what in the hell. This is the first council meeting of the year, and these crazy assholes have a 68-page council meeting agenda. Agenda for the county council meeting, January 9th, 2024. Meeting called to order by President, prayer, Pledge of Allegiance, roll call, reorganization of officers, approval of the minutes from November, Council President comments, auditor's report, new business, resolution, transfers, new money, public hearing items. So wait a minute. If they have a public hearing, they have to allow comments during that public hearing. So, okay, that will be interesting. Salary ordinances. Public comment 15. What's 15 minutes mean? What's 15 minutes? I've got a problem with that. I don't like that they put that on there. I'm going to email them and let them know I don't like. Okay. So this isn't a 68-page agenda. The agenda is only a page and a half. Really, it's only a page. They could have shrunk this down and got the agenda on one page. The agenda's done here, and then these other 66 pages are basically the spreadsheets. And it's because they do it stupid like this. Okay, let's see what all this is. New money, general fund, transfer. A grant. Okay. Hold on, let me get back here and see if there's any comments on here. No way! Oh my God. Community only gets a total of 15 minutes to speak. Yeah, I got a problem with that. We just had a 7-hour council meeting that went to 1 a.m. in the morning. Those are fun. Yeah, I can see your comments. Yep, I see them. Are you commenting on two different? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need to go to that. I don't know how I do that. How do I delete someone from how do I delete someone? I don't know how to do that. Oh, see all members, see all viewers, civic duty. Let's see if I can boot them. I don't want that her gift though to go. I'll have to boot that next. I don't want that I don't want her gift to be screwed up. That would be sucky. I don't want to screw up her gift. I mean, I don't care that it would cost me anything. I just don't want it to screw up the fact that she did that. You know what I mean? I'll have to do that. I'll do that on the backside. I'll have to do this. I'll do this another time. But yeah, I'll look at what I can do to kick him. Yeah, I can see the comments. I can see them right here on the board. I just put it here. Audie obviously can see him because he just said, no, Steve, I can't. That's hilarious. Oh, God. You're an idiot. Yeah, I'm seeing all of Steve's comments. Steve posted here. I hope Jerry Dishman gets president. Yeah, I'm seeing them all. I just put it up there on the screen. Here's this one. That happened in Newcastle. There's that. Yeah, I'm seeing them all. Okay, let's get back here to this. Prosecutor, director. Need to increase the director's salary line to accommodate the 5% COL increase for 2027. I don't know what the director at the prosecutor's office would be. I've never heard of such a thing. I worked in the Delaware County prosecutor's office, and I never heard of a director. Yeah, this will be crazy. This will be crazy. So this is just going through the various appropriations. I can't believe that they're starting off the year like this. Something is seriously wrong if they're starting the year off like this. They shouldn't. I don't see a reason why they would be doing this unless I mean, what's the reasoning that they're saying that this is happening? Out of state training request. Yeah, this will be an interesting meeting to attend and see what the hell's going on. Yeah, well, I will have to try to get over there. That is crazy. That's really nuts. Yeah, this is crazy, Nicole. Ah, man, let me tell you. Other services and charges, Catherine, it could mean anything. And governments need to get away from doing that. They need to get away from saying other services and charges. That's a way to hide so much bullcrap in those few words. It's just it's crazy. That is a that is a a 4-word phrase that needs to go away in government. It's gross. Audie's comment reminds me of when you were wearing those headphones and Terry asked if you could hear us. Yeah, I said no. Yeah, that's hilarious. Absolutely. That's funny. Yeah, Catherine, that should not be happening. This should not be happening with the start of the year. This should not be starting. That's crazy. Yeah, here's this. Yeah, that's you need to check out the Republicans in Madison County and see comments. Look at one page where? One page of what, Catherine? Oh, I see the Young Republicans of Madison County. Yeah, I saw that. Let me go back to that page. I'll go back to that page. I saw that one. Right here it is. Look at this one. Look at this. Request for additional appropriations and approval from the Madison County Council. Department Commissioners, date 12/21/23. Deputy Prosecutor, 80,000. Public Defender, 45,871. Public Defender, 45,871. Legal Secretary, 37,293. Legal Secretary 2, 37,293. FICA, 18,845. Perf, 28,082. Other services and charges, $3,016,734.65. What in the bloody hell is this? Nothing down in the justifications. You notice how he's written nothing down in the justifications? Folks, this is all insane. I'm sure it's okay. Nothing to see here. It's only money. What? No itemization? I'm sure it was timing issues by the clown show. And you watch the commissioners get anything they ask for. Tom Ecker would not talk to me if I were the last individual on the face of the planet. He would absolutely not speak to me. But what I'll try to do for you and for the show, because we talked about this and because I want to go to this, I will call him tomorrow and I will record the call and I will ask him to explain himself on those 65 cents. I will say, Mr. Ecker, I need to know what that 65 cents is on this $3 million in other services and charges. We'll see what he says. I will call there tomorrow. Let me write this down. I've got some to-doing tomorrow to do. That's one thing that I will definitely to do. Okay. $3,016,734.65. That's insane. That's nuts. Clinton. So we'll follow up with that. We got a council meeting tomorrow. We got calls to make. We got all that stuff. We got some duck to make. We've also got to get ready for Tuesday. But we will go to the that council meeting on Tuesday and see what's going on there. Besides that, I do want to talk for a moment on the these folks in the General Assembly. I posted this the other night, and I want to bring this up for your all's attention because this just really pisses me off. Ask yourselves, citizens of District 33 in Indiana, but it doesn't just matter in District 33. You can ask yourself in District 2. You can ask yourself in District 17. You can ask yourself in District 56. You can ask yourself in District 70. You can ask yourself in District 34. Wherever you want to ask yourself if you're getting the best out of your state representation, out of your state representatives, your state senators. Ask yourself, are they working for you? Specifically in my post, ask yourself, citizens of District 3 in Indiana, which is Randolph County, Jay County, Blackford County, Delaware County, and Henry County. Ask yourself if your current state representative, J.D. Prescott, is working for you. These are the current bills that he has either authored or co-authored. There are only one or maybe two of them that actually are worth a damn. Maybe not even that. Just depends. District 33 in Indiana as a whole deserves more. Let State Representative J.D. Prescott know your thoughts by email or by phone call. See the information below. You can email him at jdprescott32 and maybe that's 32. Maybe it's 33. I don't know why it would be 32. Maybe that's an error. Let me check it here. Give me a second. That's what I pulled up when I looked him up, but it wouldn't make sense that he was 32. It would make sense that he was 33. Get it? We'll take that one off there. Damn it. That makes me really mad not having that makes me really mad not knowing if that's real or not. But I can't deal with it right now. All right. The phone numbers are Capital Office 317-232-9648. The 800 number is 800-382-9841. The cell phone number is 765-546-2656. Remember to be polite but firm. He works for you. If you choose to call his cell phone, only do so Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those are always my rules. You act and judge yourself accordingly. But I just try to be as professional as possible when doing so. Here's what my issues are. Look at this fool. Representative J.D. Prescott, Republican District 33. Okay, look at this nonsense. They are only allowed to, each representative is only allowed to author 5 bills this session. Now that's not law. That's just a rule they're passing because they want to get out of there as quickly as possible so they can go and try and earn money and raise money for campaigning, because state law says as long as the General Assembly is in session, they cannot raise money. So as long as they are in session, they cannot raise election money. If we ever find out that they're raising money while they're in session, that would be a major, major, major no-no. All right, so here we see he's authored House Bill 1096, authored House Bill 1097. He's authored House Resolution 3, and he's co-authored, which means he's just attached his name to 1016 and 1080. So essentially, he has put up 2 bills out of 5. These bills are 529 college savings distribution, which that's meh. Designation of state nickname. This fool is trying to tell us that the Hoosier State is named the Hoosier State. What are we getting out of this? What is he doing other than trying to tell people that he nicknamed the state the Hoosier State? This is not something that is needed, J.D. Prescott. We send you there to do honest to God work, bro. Now, I have to say, urging Indiana Department of Transportation to rename portion of the State Road 32 from County Road 900 West to State Road 1, the Kyle Osgood Memorial Mile. I'm perfectly okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that. Kyle Osgood, as you may remember, is the volunteer fireman who was driving to an emergency call, and the vehicle, the tanker, turned over, and it seriously injured one fireman, and it killed Kyle Osgood. Kyle Osgood was a longtime fireman. He was a fireman from a long family history of firemen. He grew up in the firehouse in which he was working for. He liked nothing more than serving the people of his community. He was a husband and a father, I believe. And it's just a horrible, horrible, horrible situation and a horrible tragedy. And I feel like this is a good thing. I'm going to just say this for the record, though. Anybody in the world, just weekend Bernie's, man, could have done this. So it's not like JD gets any kind of special attaboys for doing something that's just common sense. Several other state representatives also signed on to that. I would be very shocked if this was JD's idea, but I have no problem that he does that. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That being said, moving on, he's co-authored candidates for school board office, and it's kind of a weird law. And Brandon, I'm going to have Brandon on. Brandon and I are going to go through this. Reserve deputy town marshals. This is the one I want to talk about. This is the one that I want to talk about, okay? This guy is a tool bag, all right? Let me pull this up here and let you guys see this. House Bill 1080. Okay. Now, He's co-authored this. This is co-authored the original author was Corey Criswell. Corey Criswell is the representative from Henry County. So Criswell and JD both are representatives of Henry County. So the sheriff of Henry County, some of you may know him. Some people call him Sheriff Sproles. I call him John Mark. All right. John Mark knows both Corey Criswell and JD Prescott. All right. And he goes to those guys and he lets them know that he's having this fight with the town marshals and the small town police departments. And he wants to overstep his authority. He's the sheriff of Henry County. He needs to be worrying about his job, his duty, and his men and women on the road and in the jail. That's his job and his duty. He needs to quit worrying about telling the marshals and the police of the small town departments how to do their jobs. But he wants to do that. So he's gotten with these two representatives, and I'm praying out there, Corey Criswell, I know you watch this from time to time, and I know that you have people around you that care about you that watch this. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading with you. Do not let JD Prescott turn you into a stooge. And do not let Sheriff John Mark lead you down a road of nonsensical bullshit because he has some very massive ego and very tiny brain and is trying to rule the world. But that's exactly what's happening with House Bill 1080. Reserve Deputy Town Marshals provides that a Reserve Deputy Town Marshal may not act in an official capacity as a Reserve Deputy Town Marshal unless the Reserve Deputy Town Marshal is wearing a distinctive uniform and identification authorized by the Town Marshal. Provides that if the Reserve Deputy Town Marshal's office duties include patrolling with the use of a motor vehicle, the motor vehicle used as part of the Reserve Deputy Town Marshal's official duties must be marked as a police vehicle and identified with a particular town served by the Reserve Deputy Town Marshal. Now listen, I am all for marking these guys up for as much as possible. I am all for putting them in marked cars, putting them in full uniform, and letting people know exactly who they are. I am absolutely for that. Listen to me, though. There are times, there are situations, and there are actions in which these guys or gals are working within the police department in a situation where a plain car or plain clothes is necessary and is okay. And it should not be the duty of the sheriff of Henry County currently who does not know how to police. Listen, he needs to get into his thick skull when it's appropriate to be in plain clothes and in an unmarked car and not. He's the one that has a problem with that, not the other police agencies around. It's Sproles who we have seen acts in a way that is illegal. Sproles is the one that needs governed, apparently, because he's not intelligent enough to govern himself. And because of this, he's wanting to overstep his boundaries. He's wanting to overstep his duties. He's wanting to overstep his job. And he's wanting to use two other men that are not trained law enforcement officials, Corey Criswell, who's not a cop and had never been a cop, and J.D. Prescott, who is not a cop and has never been a cop. And he's wanting the three of these people, not a cop can be found between them. FNG Sproles, not a cop. Corey Criswell, not a cop. J.D. Prescott, not a cop. And he's wanting them to come up with the law and the rules for town marshals in Indianapolis and in Muncie, and reserve police officers in Fort Wayne and in Gary. Period. He should not have a say in what goes on there. And this is not something that Corey Criswell should be signing on to. I'm going to reach out to Corey and I'm going to say, dude, you're letting Sproles lead you astray. You're letting JD lead you astray. You need to watch out your partnership with JD Prescott. Absolutely, Karen. So, I don't know. We're going to start watching this. They're starting to put their bills forward for this session. That's going to be a short session. So Brandon, I know Brandon's going to be watching it. I know Kate's going to be interested. We've been passing this back and forth in our weekly chats and doing all of that. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they interact with this. All right. Hey, just to wrap up, there was one more thing that I wanted to focus on. And I think I told you I was going to tell you about the bond. I was going to talk to you guys about the bond issue. I told you that I was going to do that. So give me 1 second and I will pull this up. We'll just talk about the bond here just briefly. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I've got this pulled up here. Right. I can't believe I took that off. Cannot believe I did that. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Damn it. Um, man, I cannot believe that I cannot find that. That's stupid. Okay. We'll do it this way. Sorry, folks. Sorry for the delay. This is why it sucks, Kate not being here. I'm so sorry. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Do it like this. Make it like this. There we go. Low. Okay, here we go. Download. This. Okay, and I will download this. All right, sorry. I had to re-download something so I would be able to post that up there for you guys to see because I lost it someplace. Okay, here we are. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. That one is up. Delete overlay. And that one is up. Okay, really quickly, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on the bond. I know that the I put up some shorts over the weekend just because a lot of people had asked for just a quick snippet on what had happened, so I put up the shorts. We found out that over Friday, Josh Kimbrell's bond had went from $70,000 to $1 million. Josh is sitting in jail where he should be because of the crimes. And he has a $1 million bond. We're going to talk about that in just 1 second. Lewis Galligan has already bonded out of jail. He had a bond when he went in, and he paid the bail within just about 10 hours later. After about 10 hours after being in jail, he had bonded out, and currently his whereabouts are unknown. I am unaware. I was never aware of what Lewis's bond was. Are there folks? Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. Steve, I don't know what to tell you. Steve Metz, thank you very much. You and Catherine. I don't even know what to say. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, we will definitely get together. We'll have to get the team together and go eat with you guys. I'm definitely want to meet with you guys and talk about what we're going to do over this next year. So I want to thank you very much. You and Catherine have been wonderful, and I'm very thankful for the support and very thankful for the interaction and the back and forth and everything you guys have done. Thank you for the $100, man. That's a big deal. Thank you guys very, very, very much. So thank you. But yes, getting back to the bond. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. That's very cool. Drinks on Bilbrey. Yes. Siri on Bilbrey too. I don't know what that is, but yes. I do not think that $100 will be going towards the bond. Ow. Yet. Hold on. Wood splinter. Right through the foot. Okay. All right. Listen, you may be late to the show. Yeah, typo, Audie. You okay? You been drinking, Audie? That's hilarious. Getting back here, the $1 million bond. I don't know what the bond was that Lewis had. There are some people that might know. If someone was aware of the if someone was aware of what the bond was, it was 70,000. Okay, so Joey, you're saying that Louis was 70,000 too? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so Louis was 70,000, and Josh's was 70,000. Now, I had a lot of people speculating as to what occurred when they changed the bond from 70,000. And I had people that I couldn't believe they thought this. They're like, well, they just went up $30,000. No, they didn't go up. It's not 100,000. It is $1 million. Now, listen, I have very few and far between ever heard of, if ever, heard of a bond for $1 million. I do not know why. I don't know why his bond went to $1 million. I do not consider or would not consider Josh to be a flight risk. If anything, I would think that it would be the other way around. I would think that Louis would be a flight risk. So I think that's very interesting because I'll be really honest. Louis bonding out of jail, he's dual citizenship. He bonded out of jail. He was arrested Thursday morning. Or Thursday evening. He bonded out Friday morning. He very well is in England right now, or in France, or somewhere else in Europe. He's a dual citizenship with England and America, and very, very, very well could see him being out of America right now. Will he come back to court? I don't know. We will see. He's facing serious felony counts: promotion of child sexual trafficking, promotion of human sexual trafficking, child exploitation, child pornography, and intimidation. All 5 of those counts are felonies. That being said, we're looking at a level 6 felony, a level 5, level 4, and 2 level 3s. Josh is facing 2 level 4s and 1 level 1. A level 1 felony, folks. That's the highest you get besides murder. Murder is not a level 1 felony. Murder is its own charge. It's called MR. The charge you get is an MR charge, and that's the highest it gets. The very thing under MR is level 1. So level 1, I thought $70,000 was probably reasonable for what it was. I did talk to some friends of mine. It's been several years since I was in law enforcement. I didn't know what had changed in the world of the bail and all that. I know there's been people pushing to up bail, and there's been people pushing to lower bail. And the judge can assign, basically, crimes are assigned a bail number that you get bail at this crime. When I was arrested for disorderly conduct in the Winchester City Council meeting, it took $250 to bond out of jail. Disorderly conduct I had a $2,500 bond, and it took $250 to bond out of jail. I always jokingly say that if I'm going to a meeting, I'm going to take $250 with me in case I end up going to jail for disorderly conduct. And that's always kind of been the joke here. So the justice system is a two-party system, all failing the American people. Both need reform. Absolutely, Troy Ingram. Absolutely. Now, I want to be very clear. I want to be very, very clear here. Dude, that's insane that you're saying that. I don't think it went up because he's from Toledo. Lewis is from England. He's a dual citizenship, and he flies back and forth between Europe and America sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. Josh's is not going to be higher than his because he's from Toledo. That's insane. There's nothing for him in Toledo. His home is here. I don't see that being the charge. I think that it's because, one, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that they were worried that there could be people that might very well have given him bond money from YouTube. What's really shocking to me is that if you go to Civic Duty and you go to the YouTube Facebook page, his subscriber count has not dropped. No one has. I left a subscriber. I left as a subscriber. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know, and I don't think at this point I would tell people to just go there and leave in droves, because while he's in jail currently, his wife is going to be collecting money from people who are passively watching those videos or going on there to click. Maybe that can help his wife and kids out. So that's something. There's also, I don't know that this is going to happen. I don't know that this will happen. But there's a very small chance that she clears the videos on the channel or puts them into their own bizarro playlist. She changes the name, and maybe she utilizes the channel moving forward at some point, either documenting their being a victim from all of this and moving forward. There's lots of things that she could do, and I think that there would be people that would watch that. I think there would be a call for that, and I think that she could help people. You know what I mean? So that's a thing that it was. Josh sold stuff on eBay, and this was his job. His job was being a First Amendment auditor / constitutional auditor / YouTuber. So that's the thing. And listen, I want to say something that the Circuit Court 5 judge from Delaware County said. Judge Cannon said, and I am living proof of this, in 2024, the world that we live in, a social media personality, a citizen journalist, an avant-garde journalist, a First Amendment auditor, a vlogger, a blogger, a podcaster, in various forms, is a legitimate form of work. There's a lot of people that dog that you don't understand how many times I hear Mike Jones says it all the time. You don't have a job. Yeah, I have a job. This is my job. I make good money and I am able to sustain my life. Furthermore, I'm not out there asking Mike Jones or anyone else out there to, support me. Mike Jones isn't paying my bills. I'm not on welfare. I'm not saying that there's a problem with people that need to be on welfare. There are things that come up in people's lives, and that is much needed. I think it gets abused a lot. I'm not on welfare. I'm not on government assistance. And it's like, well, you live in your mama's basement. Listen, I was went through a divorce in a couple years back, and it's a common thing in today's world where you will have people that will move back in with family or whatnot. Maybe, it could be very likely that I would move in with my grandparents to help take care of them. Or, like, for example, my father was sick for a period. I never lived with my father. I did back several years ago before I got married to my second wife. I had a situation where my uncle was a terminal cancer patient. And for the last 6 to 8 weeks of his life, I moved in with him and helped take care of him and do the things that basically a hospice nurse would do. And so that is a very real thing. It's, to me, it's not like, I hate when people do that. So I'm not going to dog Josh for being like, oh, he didn't have a job, whatever. Okay. Listen, I've talked to the people involved. There's a lot of other things to dog Josh for. I'll dog Josh for being a pervert. I'll dog Josh for being a pedophile. I'll dog Josh for not being there for people he should have been there for. I'm not going to dog Josh for utilizing a job that many other people do successfully. Now, was he successful at it? Yes and no. There were ups and downs and ins and outs and whatever. But I just felt weird when I saw that people aren't like leaving his channel in droves. But then I got thinking about it, and I guess I'm kind of glad they're not, because if his wife chooses to so utilize that platform, I feel like that could be very beneficial to her and the children. You know what I mean? As far as Lewis, I don't know what Lewis's job is. Lewis lied to people. Can you dog him for my 12-month membership money? Yes, we can definitely do that. We can absolutely do that. I will tell you this, however. Lewis, I have no clue what that boy's job is. Lewis was a bizarre person. Lewis is a fraudster. Lewis is a con man. Lewis told many people that he worked for United Airlines. I've heard him tell people that he was an air marshal, even though he was not old enough to be an air marshal. I've heard him tell people that he worked in sales. I've heard him tell people that he worked in United Airlines travel assistance, and all sorts of different things. I have no clue what the hell that kid does. The other thing that you got to keep in mind is, if there was some form of actual predator ring out there, that Lewis was somehow tied to, it would make sense. It would make sense that they would want him low bonded and to get the hell out of Dodge. Now, people are asking, did he have to turn in his passports and surrender his passports and whatnot? I don't know the answer to that. I need to get the answer from the courts, and I'm going to look into that tomorrow. But I don't know if he did that or not. I have no clue. But that's the situation. Right now, Lewis is out and his whereabouts are unknown. Josh is still sitting in jail where he belongs on a $1 million bond. And I'm going to let you know what I've heard in the situation. We've not heard much more on the situation, but I'll tell you what we have heard. Josh has put it out into the world that he is not going to fight these charges. He's not going to take this to trial. I have heard that he will plead guilty, and he has an initial hearing which he will have to enter a plea at on Tuesday. Now, generally, what happens is the judge will enter a not guilty plea for him at the initial hearing. Josh may waive that. I hope he does. I hope he says, no, I want to plead guilty. This is what I know from my past training and experience in life in law enforcement. Plus, this goes off of what I've heard. If Josh goes in on Tuesday, if he goes in on Tuesday and he pleads guilty, then everything will be done in about 30 days. 30 days from that point, he will sign his paperwork and Josh will be done. Josh will be sentenced, and that will be it, and that will be that. If he chooses to fight this, God have mercy on him. I hope he does not. I hope he does the right thing. But it is what it is. As far as Lewis, I got no idea what that kid's doing. I have no idea. I don't understand. Now, Lewis is just recently 20 years old. For the majority of this last year, he's been 19. Does it make a difference that he was 19 while a lot of this was going on and that the alleged victims were 17? There are people out there that are legitimately fighting that fight right now. 19 to 17. In the state of Indiana, 16 is the consent age. Okay? In the state of Indiana, 16 is the age of consent. The Romeo and Juliet law in the state of Indiana says that gives a 2-year window. So 17 to 19 is inside that 2-year window. So it'll be interesting to see what all of the facts are in this case. The two 17-year-olds are juveniles, so we're not going to know their information, and we're not going to know a lot from this case. But just because they are juveniles, they are over the age of consent. Okay? So that's strange. That's the reason why Lewis does not have child molest. He threatened their family and those boys. And who knows how many more victims there are. Who knows what age those other victims are. And that's that. And now, Julie, be careful when I don't want to make Josh a martyr saying he doesn't want to put those girls through it, because that's what he's now changed his mind on that. what he's basically done is Josh knew by going in and turning himself in, and by doing all of this, Josh thinks that it's going to give him a lesser sentence. Josh has wrongly and mistakenly thought that he's only going to get 2 to 4 or 5 years for this. That is a massively wild mistake. Josh is looking at 15 to 20 to 30 to 40 years from this. So, you know, those 2 to 5 years that he thought he was going to get, he's asinine. That's just insane. That's just way crazy. Child porn is 17 and younger. That is true. Josh is crazy and nasty. I have been keeping Danielle and the kids in my prayers. She's trying to stay strong and just wish online bullies would leave her alone. You know, that's the thing. Josh will at least get a couple decades. Absolutely. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end there. Thank you all for paying attention and watching tonight. We've covered a lot of information. I want to say again, a big, big, big thank you to Karen O, and a big thank you to the Dr. K and Steve M. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all very much. We will get together soon. When Kate and Niles and the family gets back, and I get Brandon, maybe we can all get together and do a dinner. Thank you all that have joined on the membership side, and for everyone that's given super chats and extra money here and there, and for everything. For those of you that watch, the biggest gift of me is having you guys as viewers and having you guys continue to come back and watch and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share the show with people you know, and communicating, whether you agree or disagree. I love it all. Thank you, thank you, thank you all very, very, very much for all that you guys do, and for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Please do us a small favor and hit that like and subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when we go live and when we release new content and static videos like shorts and other videos. I do want to say, for the record, we've got a big show coming up on the 15th. We've got a really, really big show coming up, and I haven't got it all ready yet, but I'm in the process of working on the thumbnail for that big show. I'm going to give this to you just as a parting little freebie here. This is the thumbnail we're working on. It's going to look a lot different, but this is myself, John Schrock, and Brando. John Schrock is the gentleman from that video that I put out. He did the speech the other day from the how to fight back against the out-of-control Indiana state government. He's going to be on our program coming up on the 15th of January. So not next Monday, but the following Monday, he will be on our program. He will be a witness. He'll be a witness here. He'll be a guest here. You can go back and watch his 2-hour presentation. The 2-hour presentation is on the screen. It's called How to Fight Back Against the Out-of-Control Indiana State Government, War on Farmers and Food. In that program, he talks about the LEAP project going on over in Tippecanoe, where they're trying to siphon 100 million gallons of water down to Boone County a day. He talks about carbon sequestration. He talks about fertile soil land grabs and other lies like the World Economic Forum, Davos, the Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, and all of these new world order, great reset type of things. A very interesting man. He's a former police officer, a former pastor of a church. Very interesting, very funny, very knowledgeable, and I cannot wait to have him on the program. He is a member of the John Birch Society, and I think if everything goes well, we're going to partner up with this guy, and hopefully we can help each other push the message out. So if you're interested in that, Mark your calendars. A week from tomorrow, January 15th, he will be on at 9 p.m. So watch that. If you have not watched this video, How to Fight Back Against Out of Control Indiana State Government, do go and watch this on our channel. And we will be back here tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank God for all of you. Love each and every one of you. Thank you very much. And we will be seeing you. Also, tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. live for the Political Spotlight. What's it called? Political Spotlight live on location, when we will be at the Muncie City Council meeting, and we will be seeing how things will be going there as they open up the 49th Council of the Muncie City Government. God bless, take care, and we'll see you all then. Goodbye!